Hey everybody, welcome back to Manor Road Studio, home of the Alive podcast. My name is Dale. As always, with me, I've got the Hope Rock on the wall over here. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Right here on this wall is Alive. Got a lot to talk about today. My goal obviously was to record 2 or 3 times a week, but last Friday, I had to go in the hospital because I had some kidney infections and other urinary infections due to the bags that I wear. So for those of you new to the channel, I've got stage 4 prostate cancer that spread to my liver, lymph nodes, bladder, kidney. And I've had procedures done where I have an external bladder now on one side and I have what's called a nephrostomy tube on the other side that externally drains my kidneys. So I spent 5 days in the hospital, got out Tuesday. So I'm starting to come back to life and I'm ready to talk to you. I think we talked last week about how to pursue your dreams, especially this day and age, because we got a wealth of information right at our fingertips that wasn't afforded to us 30 or 40 years ago, probably not even 25 years ago. If you think about it, when you look at things like Google, YouTube, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. There's so many platforms out there to enhance your brand and also give you the opportunity to pursue your dream in some cases, at zero cost. The only thing that gets in the way of this is you. A lot of people go, well, I don't have time. Well, you do. I'm just going to put that out there and say you do. Most of us do work a job. Most of us do have a home to take care of and this, that, and the other. But if you still have that fire burning inside of you and you want to pursue the dream that's always just been there, but for whatever reason you felt a reason to lose hope, well, I'm asking you to breathe some fire back into those lungs and rekindle the flame inside of you and start pursuing those dreams again, or at least give yourself the opportunity to consider it. Used to get information was very, very expensive. You had to pay for information. You had to go to the city library to get information. You had to buy magazines, books, etc., etc. Now it's all free. There is a YouTube for everything you could ever imagine. So really, there's no excuses for not making something happen. And when Google, good gracious, you can Google anything and you're going to get probably valid information on it. I won't say all of it's 100% accurate, but if you dig deep enough, you're going to find what you need to get started to pursue your dreams. Here's the thing that bothers me the most and why I press this so hard. I talk about home of the Alive podcast, and Alive means authentic, love, imagination, victor, and evolve. And so many people die with their music still in them. You see people walking zombies of who they could be. They're just a shell of the person they hoped they would be many, many years ago. Well, there's no more reason to stop. There's every reason you can think of to start. And I just want to emphasize to people, and unfortunately, it took stage 4 terminal cancer for me to really, really get this. But time is not always on our side. The sands in the hourglass keep dropping. So it's up to us to use what time we have in a constructive way. Now here's something also very important. When it comes to building your brand on social platforms, make sure you're putting out the brand that you want people to buy. If you're always whining, bitching, and complaining on social media, then you're probably not going to be able to live the dream you always talked about if that's going to be your platform to market, what you've got, what your product or your services or whatever. People really do care about those that care about them. Now, it's not too late to change course, mind you. So if you've spent all your time on your social platforms whining about politics, whining about this, that, or the other, I would encourage you to think a little different and maybe even keep those opinions to yourself if you want to use those platforms to build your dream. Remember, it's a free platform. And also when it comes to your product or your service, those same platforms used correctly will take you places other people just sitting in awe and watch you. Content is the name of the game. It don't have to be a lot of content. It can be a quote on Facebook. It can be a picture, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. But I'm going to challenge you to put out 10 pieces of content a day. You may think that's crazy, but it's going to separate the people that are willing to grind for their dream versus those that won't. Now, I've been telling you for several months that I'm an eBay thrifter. I absolutely love it. And I've made every mistake under the sun you could possibly make. I didn't know how to list. I didn't know how to source. I didn't know how to handle shipping or calculate shipping. Everything went wrong. And when I finally thought I figured stuff out, I'd get stuff shipped off to people. They'd be like, oh, this isn't the way you described it, yada, yada, yada. I could have quit. And I could have said something really stupid like, well, eBay didn't work for me. And that would have been a lie because I didn't work for eBay. Once I started understanding my platform, started studying a lot more, Googling the how-tos, watching the YouTube videos of the how-tos from the people that are highly successful, then it all started clicking. It started coming together. Now my sourcing is really good. My picture taking is so-so. I've got a ways to go there. My listings are pretty thorough. I understand how to calculate price, and I really understand how to calculate shipping. But again, I could have just quit and said that don't work for me. But then that would have been me giving up on a dream. Because when I had to give up physical work due to my disability from my urostomy tube and my nephrostomy tube and my external bladder, my urostomy, I still had fire burning inside of me. And I switched that to something that I could mentally challenge myself with, which, like I said, was eBay thrifting and podcasting. And I keep honing those skills every single day. Now, I'll be honest with you, my challenge, just like yours will be, how do you come up with 10 different items of content? I've heard people say, and I'm going to disagree with this right off the bat, I've heard people say, well, just share the same thing over all platforms. That's really not the way to go, because each platform kind of has its niche audience. And once you understand that, that even furthers your ability to enhance your brand and get your product or services out before the people that can use it the most. You know, but again, it's got to be relentless pursuit of optimism. You know, you can be average, or you can absolutely be stunning great. But you got to decide it. And when you come up against obstacles and you go, I just can't deal with this anymore, then you're the one settling for obviously much less than you deserve. And once again, you gave up on your dream. Now, when it comes to cancer, which we'll call myself the amazing dreamer, the cancer guy, I love that. I don't know what's next. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I'm still on strong antibiotics, even though I had 5 days of IV antibiotics around the clock. It makes me tired. It makes me sick. But I push through it. And I've decided that I'm going to live till the day I die. I'm not going to die while I'm alive. And that's, again, my challenge to you is no matter what your circumstances are, no matter what happened to you yesterday, if you got a computer and you got a telephone, then you've got a way forward. It doesn't take money. It takes desire. It takes creativity, thinking, imagination. And that's alive. Be authentic. Learn to be yourself. And I'm talking about your real self. You know, the person that you may see externally as being hateful and spiteful, sad, depressed, there's something deeper inside of you. You just got to get it to come back to the top. And I know for a fact you want to. Authenticity is so important. And if you want people to buy what you're selling, you got to buy it first. You got to believe so deeply about yourself that other people will want what you got. L is for love. And I don't talk about necessarily external love. I'm talking about the love of self. Take care of who you are. Take care of the things that you can take care of. I is imagination. Imagination, good gracious. It can take us so many places. Again, when you talk about them social platforms, freaking get creative. That's what imagination can do for you. No longer let your imagination be buried in the sands. Pull that head out, get those creative juices flowing, and start letting people feel what you've got. V is for Victor. Maybe you're not there yet, but you're on the right road because you've already chose to stop, put the negative behind you, and put the positive ahead of you. E is evolve, and we're always manifesting into that. We're always evolving, but the greatest thing now is we can evolve into the best version of ourselves possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, I wish you would. I'd really appreciate it. Wish you'd give me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and state my goal to you. My goal was one time to get 100 subscribers. I'm close. Next, my goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. It doesn't monetarily mean anything to me. It just knows that I'm putting out content that people want to see. I'm trying my best to enhance your ability to live a positive life and pursue those dreams again. My name is Dale, the Amazing Dreamer. Dale Childress on Facebook. Love to hear from you. Send me a message, friend me, anything. Respond to this right here. And I'm going to put a couple of links down below. That'll be my Amazing Dreamer eBay channel. And also, of course, you've got my YouTube now. So anyway, until tomorrow, I hope. I look forward to seeing you soon.